Hello, ladies. So excited to be live with you. Hope everyone is doing absolutely amazing. Um, do me a favor if you can hear me and see me. Please say hello and say your name and what part of the country you're from. So, for example, I am Mike and I am in California. Um, so, what we're going to do today is first I'm going to open up with some information on the topic of this makes you a successful dater. And then we will have time for Q&A on anything relating to dating, relationships, online dating, self-love, um, self-improvement, anything that's going to make your life better, especially around dating. All right. So, welcome everyone else who has just joined. Do me a favor if you can hear me, see me, say your name and where you're located. I'm Mike from California. Okay, so I'm going to hop into some content and then we'll get into Q&A. So this makes you a successful dater. So what can make you a successful dater is loving yourself no matter what. Let me expand upon this. So when we date, one of the most important things that we need to have is the ability to leave this person. This is like one of the most important skill sets. I can't tell you how many people are staying in bad dating situations for too long. And there's a very distinct reason why they do this. They're like, I finally met someone who's pretty close. So when we go on date one, date two with people, most of the time it's not great and it's not a fit, right? Gypsy Traveler, welcome. Glad you're here. So I'm just going to go into some advice on this makes you a successful dater, and then we're going to get into Q&A. So I lost my train of thought, but so the first piece of being a successful dater is we've got to be able to be willing to leave a bad relationship. Because what I'm seeing happen is folks get on a first, second date that like feels pretty freaking good. And this first, second date, you think this is the person. And then what happens is you get to date 5, date 10, date 15, date 20, and then you realize this is like, it's pretty close. It's what, Helena's husband likes to call a 75% of the way there guy. And what happens with these 75% of the way there guys, they feel almost like a 90, 100% of the way there guy, because when we use a reference point of all the people we've been dating for the last 6 months, year, 5 years, whatever, it's so much better. And we're like, all right, we're going to give this one a try. And then maybe they don't treat you that well, or it gets a little worse. And as you get into it, it's just not fully a fit, but it's like kind of a fit. And so then we end up staying with this person for 6 months, a year, 10 years, 20 years, married, 30 years. And eventually it ends. And the whole reason we do this is because we don't fully love our single life. We don't fully love ourselves. And we're not willing to be in this single place and do this for ourselves. So this is wildly important. So before we get into this dating thing, we need to love ourselves. And there's pieces that show up that make this dating thing so much easier. And that's what all the coaches are talking about, having high standards and boundaries. And it's totally right. if we have a high standard, we only allow this person to enter our hemisphere, and that's the only person we can date. And so when we have these high standards, and then when we have someone who tries to meet us down here, we have boundaries and they disappear, so that we're only having access to these folks. Only these folks get to stick around. So then when we get in partnership, we've got this amazing person that's treating us well, making us feel special, listening to us, validating our feelings, so forth and so on. So these high values and these boundaries allow us to find our forever partner. However, we can't have high values and boundaries if we don't love ourselves. So the first piece is finding that love for ourselves. And this is challenging, to really love yourself. Like, you can say it, you can even think you mean it, but then it's like, how do you treat yourself? And, I looked at myself. I was like, I love myself. But really, it was contingent. I loved myself when I worked out. I loved myself when I was in shape. I loved myself when I ate well. I loved myself when I went to my job and made money. I love myself, all these contingent things. So if I do this, then I love myself. And most of the time I was performing at a very high level so I could love myself. I was great at soccer. I was athletic. I went to the gym. I ate well. I made money. I did all the things that I was supposed to do so then I could love myself. But what if, the sale doesn't go through? What if you're tired and you don't go to the gym? What if you slip and you have a bad meal? Do you stop loving yourself? And frankly, for me, sometimes it was a yes. And that doesn't serve me. We can't bad talk ourselves because it's not serving us. When I had that bad meal, the self-talk of like, what is wrong with you? Why are you eating that cookie? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you laying on the couch? Why aren't you working? Why aren't you going to the gym? You're such a loser, and so forth and so on. So with all that self-talk, you start to think you're not as great and not fully love yourself. And then if you take that self-talk and then bring yourself on a date, and then you meet a woman who thinks you're great and validates you and so forth, you date that person. And then, whether they're fantastic or not, you're like, this feels pretty good. And then ultimately you find out they're not probably your person and you stick it out. So we can't do that. All right. So what we're going to do, folks, I want to do an exercise with all of you before we go into Q&A. And feel free, if you have questions around dating, self-love, around what I just talked about, online dating, relationships, whatever, put them in the chat right now because we'll answer them in order. So if you have any questions, rock and roll. Also, what we're going to do is I want to have some gratitude. One of my newest favorite people has told me I should go into gratitude more often, and I think it's a great practice. So I want all of us to go in the chat and write some things we're grateful for, and I'll speak them, what I'm grateful for. Oh, I'm grateful for that water. I was thirsty. I'm grateful that I have this amazing webcam and you can see me. I'm grateful for this microphone. I'm grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful for this beautiful weather. I'm grateful I can walk now. Couldn't walk a few weeks ago. I'm grateful I can breathe. Grateful my hands can do this. I'm really grateful I get to spend time with all of you. Grateful I get to help people with their love lives and hopefully loving themselves. So if you're here, go in the chat and tell me what you are grateful for. Or if you don't want to participate in that, the whole point of this is to answer your questions around dating, self-love. So Gypsy Traveler and everyone else that's here, please ask some questions. So while you're coming up with some questions, what I also would love to discuss is around this self-love. And I think a really valuable tool for me has been not getting too high or too low on things. Um, so I probably used to, this was my high and my low, and now I've shrunk that. And it's what that looks like is trying to be indifferent about things. I kind of learned this at a young age. I was very fortunate. So when I was 15, I had glasses and braces and was kind of fat and wanted to talk to women and wanted to make women interested in me. And I wanted to get a girlfriend. And that just wasn't going to happen. Just didn't have the skill set. But I was like, I'm going to learn. So I started, my friend was very good at talking to women, learned from him, learned from some experts. And I'd go to the mall and I'd try to hit on women. And at first I just kept falling on my face. But the valuable lesson I learned was like, just keep going. Because ultimately, like, I didn't have a girlfriend. And then when I tried to talk to this woman and she was like, get away from me, you loser, I still didn't have a girlfriend. So I didn't lose anything. So then I'd go up to more women. And finally, after a lot of practice, all of a sudden I was pretty good at this. And I, was learning from a lot of professionals at that time and trying their strategies and, trying to talk to women, be authentic, be myself. And eventually, like, women were really receptive, and I was starting to get phone numbers, got my first girlfriend. But the lesson learned was like, I didn't have a girlfriend. When they reject me, I still didn't have a girlfriend. So nothing really changed. So there's no reason to like be in my feels about rejection. I didn't have that. And then that, fast forward to my first job out of college, it was cold calling people during dinner time to try to get them to take a mortgage application. And you can only imagine how well that went. This is 2006. Hey, this is Mike. You want to talk about your mortgage? No, I do not. Click. A lot of clicks, right? And it didn't matter. It was like, all right, they clicked. All right, on to the next one. Oh, let's press those numbers. Oh, got hung up on. Oh, voicemail. Oh, no answer. Next. So just a lot of indifference to everything. And just like, oh, that person yelled at me for bothering them during dinner. Okay, like it is what it is. I think that's, a nice trait to have in life, because life's going to like punch you in the face. Bad things are going to happen. And just like it is what it happened. Now what? So I think that's like a pretty helpful mindset when it comes to dating. Like, all right, that person's not interested. Okay, their loss. What's next? Don't have a girlfriend. All right, that person's gone. Still don't have a girlfriend. On to the next. All right, that's my rant. If you have some questions about dating or mindset or online dating, now's the time. I hate talking to myself. I'd love to talk to you folks. Carol. Hey, Carol joined the gym. I love it. I think I'm going to have to join a gym soon, Carol. I tore my calf almost 3 weeks ago playing soccer. And so I've done absolutely nothing for 3 weeks. Like the most I've done is going a little walk. I need to get back out there. Carol, I should put this up there. She said, "Yay, Carol joined the gym. Let's go. I love it." And you told me to join a group. Cool. Did you join a group, or is the group the gym? Or do they have like fitness classes? If the gym has fitness classes, if you just keep going to the same fitness class, you're going to like make some friends in that fitness class. And then like you try to talk to people. I find that for those that don't remember Carol, we're trying to get Carol some more friends. So, and I wonder if anyone, Carol, what city are you in again? I can't remember. Maybe someone on here is in that city and we can get you a friend right now. I've been working day and night at the computer. Not good. I've done that for the last 11 years. Like, you got to get out there. I've been forcing myself, like, not that I really like have been networking with intention. Well, I guess the intention was like to just get out of the house. So I've been going to like 2 or 3 networking events like a week, just like saying hi. Like even on Sunday, I'm going to a pickleball networking group and I can't even play because my calf hurts. So I'm just going to like hang out and like talk to people. Meditation group, fun. You're doing great, Carol. I'm so proud of you. You're joining things. Just make sure you like make an effort to talk to these people. The only downside of your groups is like it doesn't force like interaction. So like meditation, that's kind of like a self thing. You're going to close your eyes so you don't get to like make a friend necessarily, but maybe after the meditation, hopefully you get to like share what that experience was or what came up, and then you can go deep with someone. So hopefully, or maybe that'd be cool. Like you turn to someone as they're heading out and be like, "Hey, I love, by any chance, would you want to share what came up for you in your meditation? I'd love to listen." And then maybe they'll let you share what you came up for you in your meditation. And then boom, we got a friend. Oh, she's 10 minutes from Charlotte. How fun. You should just friend me on Facebook, Carol. I went to school in Elon, North Carolina, and then I feel like I have like 100 friends that live in Charlotte. You could just like be friends with my Facebook friends, and I bet you'd have like amazing friends immediately. All right, we're all taking a gym break. Gypsy Traveler stopped the gym a month ago. I've been working on the computer day and night 12 years. Ugh. Wow. What do you do? At least with this, like I don't work the 12 hours straight. Like I run my own company, so I'll take a break. I don't like go straight. I can't do it. Like hour and a half increments. If I got to work, like hour and a half, take a little breaky, then hop back in. All right. We got a friend on Facebook. Yay, Carol. Yeah, feel free to like, if you see a girl or a guy or like a girl you like, be like, I know Mike as a dating coach, and I see we live near each other. Wondering if you'd want to grab a coffee sometime or something. Go for it. Susan, why hello. Thank you for joining us. Wow, amazing. All our friends from last week are back. A research writer. Cool. Is that for like a bank or pharmaceuticals or something? Sounds fun. What are you researching? Susan, where are you located? And any fun adventures in the dating world, or what's happened in the last week? Anything exciting? And Gypsy Traveler, so you took off the gym for a month. What have you been doing instead? I've been trying to come up with videos to make for all of you. And so I did a pretty good job thus far, but then I had a snafu this week. But the last 2 weeks ago, I wrote 20 different videos, and then I performed 20 of them. Well, 10 twice, but anyway, I have 20 new videos coming out. So I'm excited about that. And they're coming out on Tuesday mornings, Pacific time, and Saturdays. So there'll be one on a Tuesday and one on a Saturday. So 2 every week. So I've got the next like 10-ish weeks covered or so. And then I want to make a lot more. So I want to make 10 more at least in the next week, and then maybe 20. And then maybe we'll start, once we get ahead enough, maybe we'll start doing 3 a week or so. Susan's in Jersey. I think you were in South Jersey, if I remember. I think. Because I grew up in Basking Ridge, which is like north central Jersey. Susan's not dating at this time. I've been eating a lot of cakes to get over the last guy I dated. I think I've been sad that I couldn't walk. I've been eating a lot of cookies, like an absurd amount of cookies. Big fan of chocolate chip. Has what's it called? Do you guys have Batch and Box? It might just be a California thing. I'm pretty sure it's a chain, but Batch and Box cookies are freaking insane. And they deliver the whole nation. I know that. If you want some good cookies, Batch and Box. And as a Jersey person, also good cookies. Bang Cookies out of Jersey City that also delivers nationwide. Maybe even more than the nation. Also phenomenal. All right. We went away from the gym, and now we're getting people into massive caloric deficits. Carol, I do research and compile it for different businesses. A lot of it's medical and business. It's super boring because of all the sitting. Oh. Trying to find a solution for nurse burnout. I know the solution. They need to stop working 12-hour days. If that's possible. I mean, you probably know better than me, but who the hell wants to work a 12-hour day? It's insane. And then we have doctors working 12-hour days, and then they're making mistakes. Just saying. I know maybe that's the only way to make it work financially is we need people for 12 hours. I don't know, but don't love it. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just guessing 12-hour days are not fun. You probably know more than me. No Batch and Box. They deliver, though. If you want some cookies, Bang or Batch and Box, both phenomenal. And I'm a chocolate chip guy, but the Batch and Box sugar is unbelievable. It's got that like frosting on top. Oh my God. So good. Gypsy Traveler. I play pool and I'm trying to get back into tournament level. I came in second place 2 weeks ago after not playing for a year. It takes a lot of nerves to compete like that. I played 12 games to come in second. Wow. Jeez, amazing. The Color of Money with Tom Cruise. One of my favorite pool movies of all time. I'm sure you've seen it. Man, you must be good. And it does take a lot of nerve. It's kind of like dating. Just got to put yourself out there, and then you get punched in the face, and then you got to get back up and keep going. But that's awesome. Like, keep going. I mean, obviously you've got something. You got second. You haven't played in a year and you got second place. That's crazy. You must be so good. Like, even if you came in last place, like, just keep going. I mean, that's the most valuable thing I've ever learned is like, if we don't quit, we're going to be good at something. Like, if you just play soccer every day, eventually you're going to be good. If you play pool every day, you're going to get better. And like, you're going to play someone who's so much better than you and just kicks your butt. But then if you play every day for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever, eventually you're as good as them or better. As long as you're like putting in the work to actually try to get better, not just like moving the balls around. But that's just me. What else is happening, folks? Anyone dating? Look at this. I've played for 30 years. I was unbeatable for 3 years. Is it still fun? If it's fun, like, you obviously got something there. That's a tough freaking sport too. I had a pool table at my house growing up. Put some hours in myself. I'm not very good, but it is a challenging sport. All right. I have to be honest, and it may not be your favorite answer. If you Google zodiac signs, is zodiac signs real? Or is there any science behind it? It'll tell you they are not real. I think they're so fun. They're so fun. I remember when I was commuting to New York, the train had your signs, like whatever's happening for that day. Oh, come here, camera. Come back. There we go. And I would read it and I'd be like, oh, and then it like always came true. But listen, these signs, the zodiac signs are not, there's no science, there's nothing. So date whoever, don't worry about when they were born. I mean, think about that. Because their mother got pregnant in a certain month and then had birth a certain month, they now have all these qualities. Does that make any sense? Maybe they have certain qualities and have become this human because of how their parents raised them, what people they interacted with, what trauma came up. I'm more a believer of we become what our circumstances, you know, what school we went to, what happened at the school, who picked on us, who didn't pick on us, what happened in our relationships, what happened, what did our parents teach us, all that stuff. Fancy Nancy the land shark. Love that. Here's the problem, Carol. There's a shortage of over 78,000 RN nurses right now, and shortage will stay steady until after 2030. I'm researching what's the best type of nurse burnout strategy, like mindfulness and meditation. Ooh, that's fun. What if we just like started paying them a ton more? Would we not have a shortage because everyone would flock to becoming an RN? I don't know. So they're all quitting because the job is tough? I guess that's what's happening. So this is why nurses are working so many hours, is because there aren't any nurses to replace them. That makes sense. Yeah, I think higher salary will get more people flocking to that job. But I like this. I like what you're saying of mindfulness and meditation. That's a good start. Yeah. That'll make some people happier. So I think I'm going to, when my calf gets a little better, I think I may join a CrossFit gym. Try to make some friends in there and then also get in shape. I've always avoided CrossFit because I thought I'd get hurt because they do some interesting movements, which I probably will not know how to do correctly. But I guess I'm going to try to learn. So I'm just trying to do different stuff, like stuff I never thought I'd do. So that's my plan. Make some friends. So Carol, I just moved to like San Diego area, so I don't know that many people. So I got to make friends too. So I'm on this journey with you to network. Yeah, the nurses are quitting. It sounds like the hospitals don't care that much, or because they would just raise how much they get paid. So I guess it's like not affecting things enough. Like they'll just go with insufficient nurses and just do the best they can providing medical coverage. I'm guessing too, like the profits would be tough to manage if you raise the RN salaries. But I don't know. All right, friends, what else? What do we want to know about? Do we want to know anything about boundaries, high standards, loving ourselves, online dating? What's happening in my love life? What do you guys want to talk about? So, Carol, yes, there's going to be a dramatic increase in the number of older adults, which is going to demand more nursing care after 2030, so the shortage will increase. Cool. Should I go become an RN? My mom should get back in the game. She was a nurse. Denise, back in the nursing business. All right. If no one has some questions about anything, we'll give it another second, but we can hop off, and then we'll reconvene next week. We'll do it again. See what's happening. I'm really grateful that Carol, Susan, and Gypsy Traveler showed up this week. Thank you. It means a lot that we're getting you folks back. Oh, we're going to see you next week. Amazing. Oh, Carol has a question. Where are you going this week to make friends? So I may go, not really like a party drink person, but like I got invited to this thing Friday at a club. There's some dance music at this like bar. Do like dance music, don't really like lots of people at nighttime, but might go. Um, Saturday, some people are staying at our house from LA, so we'll hang out with them. But then Sunday, I'm going to pickleball, and I can't play because my calf's torn. But that's where I'm going to make friends on Sunday. And then Sunday night, we got invited to our friend's Easter dinner, so we'll go there. That is the plan. Susan, we'll see you next week. Good to see you again. Gypsy Traveler, keep playing pool. Give us an update. When's your next tournament? Gonna dominate. I feel it. We're all on your side, rooting for you. Are you single? I am not. I live with my girlfriend, my partner. Her name's Paige. If you either go on my Instagram under Easy Dating Coach or my Facebook, Mike Goldstein, you can see pictures of us doing a lot of stuff. Last year, her and I traveled the world for like 8 months. So there's a lot of travel pictures. Where are the best places to go on a first date? I love going to a public place for a walk. I really love a first date that's free and allows you to exit at whatever time you want to. So like just meeting in downtown Charlotte for a walk or meeting, I don't know if there's some waterfront area. No, Charlotte has no water. Just kidding. Some sort of scenic walk. Maybe there's like a park that has people in it. And then, obviously you can walk for an hour or so or 40 minutes or and also if it goes terribly, if you're like 10, 15 minutes into the walk, you can just be like, well, I got to run and just get out of there. But I love a walk. You don't have to worry about who's paying for what. There's no like things that can make you have fun. Like maybe you love like bowling and you're like, oh, that was fun because I was bowling, not necessarily because of the person. If you're just walking and talking, it's like, let's just see if, this goes kind of well. So you already played and got second in the tournament. That's pretty awesome. Where are you going to go in San Diego to meet people? Just going to some pickleball stuff. I go to like soccer meetups. I go to pickleball meetups. I go to there's an entrepreneur networking group on Friday. Oh, I'm going to go to that tomorrow. There's an entrepreneur networking group that's pretty big. Last week I went to this investment bank meetup that was they were telling us about market conditions and tariffs and the state of the country. That was really interesting. Oh my God, you missed pool to come to this. You are the best. So Gypsy Traveler says, I'd miss your show. Probably next week I'll play. I'll let you know how I did. The winner went away to Vegas for 3 weeks, so I could probably win the next match. Oh. Yeah, go win this thing. Are we going to see you on TV? Like, if you win this, are you like a professional player? Like, can we go on the internet or on ESPN or something and watch you dominate some pool? Who knew we had like one of the best pool players in the world, like in our chat? How cool. All right, you beautiful people. It has been so freaking fun spending some time with you. Ooh. The winners team won 15 grand. What? Amazing. Is this thing televised? Are those speed dating events good or not? I'd say give it a shot. Why not? I don't know. Like, speed dating events at different locations are going to have different results. So it depends on the company and what they bring to it and what you're looking for. Like, I don't know how young you are, and I don't know like what they're producing. So if you can do some fact finding a little bit, if you're concerned about wasting time, if you just want to like get out, like by all means just go. But if you can ask some questions like, hey, I'm this age, I'm a business professional, I'm looking for the same, like what's the demographic of most of your people signing up for speed dating? What sex are they? See if you can find out, because sometimes those things are like, there's like 30 women going and 4 guys, so it may not be the best use of your time, or it could be good. You just got to ask, because I'm very familiar with those. I know a lot of people that have owned those companies. Yeah, but I think it could be fun. I've done it myself before too, and it's fun. There's tantric dating too. Tantric speed dating, that was kind of fun. I didn't like meet my person or anything, but and they might have it in North Carolina if you type in tantric speed dating. What was more interesting is it was speed dating, but it was also like a spiritual event in terms of you were connecting and learning, and it was forced to make you have some real connection with them versus speed dating might just be like a fact finding mission. What do you do? Where are you from? Blah blah blah. And it's just like, I don't know if I like this person, but I know what their job is and where they live now. Versus the tantric speed dating was a little more of like connection based. It wasn't perfect, but better in my opinion. Oh, it sounds like you were a pro. So you were on TV, weren't you? Back in the day. I never was on TV for soccer. I don't think like real TV. But I just play for funsies now too. Although I was supposed to go to Vegas in 6 weeks for a soccer tournament, but I backed out because I tore my calf. But that tournament was just for fun too. It wasn't no big deal. All right. Every time I try to say goodbye to you folks, there's more questions. Men don't like women to beat them at pool. The wrong men. The wrong men. The right. I mean, if I played someone who was really good at pool, I'd just be like, cool. They kicked my butt. That's what it is. Like, all right, that's fun. That's cool. I don't know. I dated a girl that was really good at lacrosse. She played in college, and she was much better than me. Like, I was hot. I liked it. I mean, that's life. We have our strengths and our weaknesses. I don't know. Personally, when a woman's good at or better at me, that's something I'm just like, awesome. Like, I want to support her in that thing she's awesome at. And I'm going to be better at some things too, hopefully. Right? Also, if you folks want, make sure to go down in my description, in the description of this. I've got so many free gifts. So if you click the link for free gifts, you can get some free gifts. I have some great videos I think you'll like. And then, of course, my new book came out. If you want to get my book, you can get that. And I think on the page, I give away a chapter for free if you just want to check it out. So you can read a whole chapter for free. Or if you want to roll the dice and see if you like my book, go get it. It mostly talks about my online dating system on how to get a guy. And it's not, although the book's titled for women over 40, I think, or 50, it's for everyone. My method works for everyone. I've tested it literally all over the world on a lot of people. It's the best system in the world at obtaining a person. And it's backed by data, by Match, OkCupid, and eHarmony, who I've been partnered with for a decade. Yeah. It was great chatting with you and hearing your advice. Thanks. It was great chatting with you, our little pool star. Love it. Oh. All right. Love all of you. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next week, same time, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, and we'll see what the update is from everyone. Carol, thank you for joining me. So great. I'm so proud of you for joining things, like making progress. We're doing it. Making progress. Love it.